What's up, guys? Crypto Muser here with your daily news and analysis in the crypto markets. Now, we have some big news coming out of the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. It is coming out at some point today. I was trying to delay this video as much as possible so I could get that information out to you guys, but it hasn't come out yet. It should be coming out sometime this afternoon, and I will come back on and either make another video or tweet it out. It depends on how much information we're getting here. But let's just read XRP Crypto Wolf's tweet here. Documents unsealed on February 17th may determine the outcome of the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. So basically what we're getting is documents of Ripple's legal team and the SEC. So these documents would reveal if Ripple's legal team in the past had, maybe warned Ripple that they were doing something illegal and that the SEC might come after them in the future, or the SEC documents might reveal that, the SEC warned Ripple at some point in the last 7 years that they were doing something illegal and they should know better, and don't be surprised if we come down on you guys in the future. So why is this such a big deal? So Ripple's fair notice argument is probably one of the biggest argument in this case. And what that is, did Ripple know they were doing something illegal this whole time, right? So if the SEC warned them in the past, that would go against their, argument saying that they didn't know they were doing something illegal. And if Ripple's legal team told them in the past that they were, you should probably be worried about the fact that you might be selling a security here, or XRP might be security, just, warning them basically, that would also help the SEC's case in this fair notice argument. So that's why it's such a big deal, because that fair notice argument is like probably the number one issue right now in this case. So if the evidence shows that there was no warning and that Ripple didn't have any warning that they were doing something illegal, that would be huge for Ripple, and that would very much damage the SEC's case, and that just solidifies my idea of a settlement coming in the future, or in the next couple weeks to a month. So we will get those documents, like I said, some point today. Like I said, I will try to post another video or tweet it out or get that information out to you guys in some way. So just keep an eye out for that. But just want to say before the video, if you could please like and subscribe, hit the bell for notification would be very much appreciated. And let's get on with the video. So first news of the day. Let's get it right into it. Gary Gensler. This is Greenwood Holding Company. He tweeted out, the fact that Gary Gensler is more concerned about extorting innovation while not answering questions or giving clarity to the crypto market tells us all we need to know about the SEC. He's not here to protect us. His goal is power and profit. We are just in his way. And the meme goes, I will not tolerate poors getting wealth. So I've been hammering this point on this channel. Gary Gensler does not care about investors. He doesn't care about the SEC. He cares about power. There was a story out there before he became the SEC chair saying that he wanted to be the Treasury Secretary. He's a typical politician. It's all about him and his ego. He's basically trying to find, he wants to settle and make these big cases with either Ripple or, with that BlockFi case, $100 million. And I've said it in recent videos, it's all about the headline for him, right? He wants big headlines in the news that he, in this big, huge case against Ripple. I think that's what he thought when he first came in as the SEC chair, that this case with Ripple would be huge because he'd get a big settlement. He'd be, going after crypto companies, and it would build up his name, right? But I don't think he expected Ripple to fight back in this way. So it's definitely hurting him in that aspect. And that's why I think he will not talk about it at all when he goes on these news outlets, right? He's like, he will not talk about anything, right? When he goes on, like yesterday, I showed him on Fox Business, he will not give any clarity to this market. The fact that he will not give anything, no clarity, not even an inch of clarity to this market tells you that he does not care about investors. And my next thing here just tells you that he does not care, because this is Tom Emmer. He's in Minnesota, I believe. Let me see. Minnesota congressman. Yeah, Minnesota, 6th district in Minnesota. So Tom Emmer, he's been a big crypto advocate. I'm a big fan of his. He's been on many crypto podcasts. He actually said that XRP was not a security, one of the podcasts I saw. We need more and more people like him, right? He's one of the good guys. But he's been, I think he says on November 3rd, him and a bunch of congressmen got together and they wrote a letter to Gary Gensler and the SEC asking why we haven't got a spot ETF, a Bitcoin spot ETF yet. We have a futures ETF, but why not have a spot ETF? If we want investors to get involved in this more and more in this space in a safe way, in a less riskier way, then you should have an ETF, right? But the fact that Gary Gensler and the SEC have allowed a futures ETF, but have rejected, I think, like 4 or 5 spot ETFs, is a red flag to me. That means that he is trying to stifle this market. And what Tom Emmer said here is he finally got a response from that letter in November, and he says, we received a response from the SEC chairman Gensler to our November 3rd, 2021 letter regarding Bitcoin spot ETFs. This issue remains a priority for us, and we will continue to oversee the SEC in its mission to maintain fair and orderly markets and facilitate capital formation. So I won't read what the response was, but basically what they're saying is the typical response is saying, we're looking into it. We're just trying to make sure there's no fraudulent actors involved and there's no manipulation in the market. They've been saying this basically for months and months, and the real reason I think they won't give us a spot ETF is because that would grow this market, right? The reason why this market is so volatile is that there's not enough money in it, right? Look at the stock market. It's less volatile because there's so much money involved, and the swings aren't as crazy, right? Once the crypto market matures a little more and more money and more investors get involved, it makes it less and less volatile. The fact that they're not allowing ETFs, which would help in that process of making it less volatile, making it less of a risky asset class, it just shows me that the SEC does not care. Like I said, does not care about investors. They care about stifling this market. Like I said, I'll say it again and again, and I don't care if people, if I get shut down or whatever, got to get the information out there. But the SEC is a corrupt government agency, and that's just a fact. I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. There's been documented stories in the last 20, 30 years showing that revolving door that we always talk about in politics and in the private sector has been going on the most in the SEC. And look at Gary Gensler. He was one of the youngest board members in Goldman Sachs. Like, these guys go back and forth from the private sector to the public sector like it's going out of business. And especially in the SEC. And, especially in the SEC, what better agency to have friends in, or to have, colleagues or friends go to the SEC if you work for the banks? That would help you make more and more money if they're controlling the laws and regulations involving these markets. So it's good to see Tom Emmer, going after. I mean, if you've watched the hearings, Congress hearings, he's been one of the outspoken congressmen going after Gary Gensler and the SEC. So we need more and more people like him. Just remember to vote in those midterms, because this is the power we have, right? We need to write our congressmen, write our representatives, and we need to vote in these midterms. Make sure you know who you're voting for. Research your candidates. See if they are crypto friendly, because this is the way we get this crypto space moving in the right direction. So let's move on to the next news article I have here. So this is Blockworks, always a great follow. Criminal activity represented an all-time low of 0.15% of crypto volume in 2021. So all those, talking heads out there always saying, crypto's for criminals, it's for money laundering, and now they're saying we're white supremacists. It's just, this is FUD, right? Nothing but FUD. They've been saying this for years, but now, the numbers will speak for themselves. Criminal activity represented an all-time low of 0.15%, guys. And I think they say illicit addresses received an all-time high 14 billion worth of crypto last year, according to the Chain Analysis report. So 14 billion seems like a lot of money, right? It's not that much money in a 1.7 to $2 trillion asset class. They keep talking about how this is such a big deal in crypto, that we're all criminals and this is only used for criminal activity. Those talking points are done. They're dead. And the fact that we need more and more reports like this to show people that that's not the case, right? They can't keep using these same talking points that they've been using for the last couple of years to badmouth crypto. It's not working. And everything that's happening in Canada right now, don't want to get political, but that's the biggest advertisement for crypto that I've ever seen. That a government, a democracy, so supposedly democracy, seizing money, seizing bank accounts, trying to seize crypto, and they're going to have a tough battle in that, trying to seize Bitcoin wallets. It's not going to happen. They're going to realize that crypto is the one thing that you cannot seize and the one thing you cannot ban. And Canada, I think, is going to show the world that crypto cannot be stopped. So keep an eye on that for sure. Like I said, one of the biggest advertisements for crypto I've ever seen. So moving on to the next news article here. Saw this, and John Deaton was spot on with this. So he was this was in response to a Zero Hedge article about Elon Musk, and it said Elon Musk accuses U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission of conducting unrelenting investigation into him and Tesla in court filing. He says Musk says that he sees probes as efforts to chill his free speech wants court hearing on SEC conduct. So I think this is absolutely huge. Let's read John Deaton's tweet here, and let's really get into this. Elon Musk is doing what the exchanges and crypto projects should have been doing, taking the fight to the SEC. The SEC is great at offense, not so great at defense. How do you fight an aggressive fighter, get in his face, and make him back up? So this is huge, I think. So if Elon Musk and Tesla and their war chest, obviously we know how much they're worth, right? If they start going after the SEC, that's going to take a lot of resources away from the SEC, and the fact that they've been using all the resources against crypto exchanges and Ripple and all this. If they take on a fight, or if Elon takes a fight on against the SEC, that takes a lot of resources away from crypto for the SEC, right? So the SEC isn't worth that much money, right? They're a government agency. They rely on settlements to get most of their funding, and the rest is obviously taxpayer money. But they don't have that much money to fight, Tesla and Elon Musk, and then Ripple, which is obviously, been going on for almost over a year now. They don't have all this money to go after all these companies. So the fact that Elon really starts this fight with the SEC, that's going to be huge for us in crypto, because like I said, it's going to take a lot of resources away from the SEC in their fights against crypto. So power to Elon Musk for doing this. And I actually made a video in the past about how the SEC went after Elon in a couple years ago. And Elon Musk in an interview said that he had no respect for the SEC. Elon saw the nature of the SEC and the fact that they're just a corrupt government agency looking for payouts, right? I think the payout was along the lines like 20-30 million from Elon for basically doing nothing, right? They see, for the SEC, they go after a case if they know they can get a settlement. It's an easy enough case, and they think they can get a couple $1,000,000, they're going after it. Like look at that BlockFi case. They went after easy target, got 100 million, and now they have 100 million in their war chest. So it's like, this is how they make money. The SEC is the mob, like I keep saying. They want their payout. They want these companies to bow down to the SEC. But it's good to see, people like Elon Musk and Tesla going after them. And, like I said, power to Elon. Do this, man. Like, this is only going to be good for us in crypto. And what John Deaton is saying here, when they came down with this lawsuit against Ripple, I saw a lot of hate against Ripple and XRP. You saw Vitalik Buterin come out and say that, XRP is a shitcoin and they deserve this. And people were bad-mouthing Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. And it made no sense to me. I think most XRP holders saw this in the beginning and saw this was a fight against crypto. It wasn't a fight just against Ripple and XRP. They were going after one of the top 3 crypto assets in the world. This was a huge fight and a huge attack against crypto. And we've been warning, us in the XRP community have been warning the rest of crypto about this, and that the SEC is not stopping at Ripple and XRP. They're coming after everything. And then what happened? Now, they're going after Binance. They went after EOS. They went after Celsius. They went after BlockFi. They're going after all these exchanges. They stopped Coinbase from their lending product they wanted to come out with. It's a full-on assault against the crypto space in the U.S. And I think finally, people are starting to get together and seeing what they're doing. And like what John Deaton's saying here, crypto exchanges, other crypto projects should get together and fight the SEC together. We are, if we're divided, we will not make it in this fight, right? Like these crypto advocate groups out there are mostly, Bitcoin and Ethereum advocates. They don't really talk about other crypto. When you do stuff like that, when there's maximalism in crypto, it just divides us. If we're together as a whole crypto space, we can fight powers like the SEC. So, what Elon's doing and what John Deaton is saying here is that we can do better if we do this together. So as a crypto community, we need to, fight the SEC and fight the powers and governments like this together. And that's when we can really make a real change, right? So moving on to my next thing I saw here. So kind of along those lines, Charlie Munger, him and Warren Buffett run Berkshire Hathaway, probably the biggest investment fund in the world. It's pretty funny to see this guy. I think he's 98 years old. And I'm not going to show you the interview, but he basically says that he's so glad he didn't get involved in crypto, and crypto is basically a venereal disease. It's pretty funny to watch. If you haven't seen this interview, it's pretty telling. It's like watching an old man it's like that guy old man on the porch yelling at the people driving too fast in his neighborhood. Like, you guys don't know what you're doing. It was hilarious to me. And the fact that he said that he's glad that he didn't get in crypto, and he says at the end that he wished they just banned it, would have banned it when it first came out. That just shows you how uneducated in the space that he is, that he thought they could just ban it when it came out. You got to feel sorry for him too. He's 98 years old. He made it. He's a billionaire. You can't feel too sorry for him, but you got to feel sorry for the aspect that obviously he doesn't get the technology. Obviously he doesn't understand what's going on. But the funny thing about all this is his buddy Warren Buffett gets it now, and he called it I think he called it rat poison in the past. And now, look at the headline of this article. If I can zoom back up. Come on. See what happens when I do live videos? Okay. Fortune magazine, years after calling Bitcoin rat poison, Warren Buffett just invested $1 billion in a crypto-friendly bank. And specifically, his company Berkshire Hathaway has bought $1 billion worth of stock in a digital bank that focuses on crypto. Berkshire Hathaway made its crypto investment public with an SEC filing earlier this week. It revealed that Buffett's company had purchased $1 billion in shares of Nubank, a digital bank based in Brazil, and the largest of its kind in Latin America. Nubank is a so-called neobank, a type of bank that operates outside the rules of traditional banking systems. The digital bank investment unit, New Invest, allows users to put money into Bitcoin exchange funds, ETFs, tapping a financial space that Berkshire Hathaway's leaders have shown little love for. So, I mean, you see at one end of it, Charlie Munger saying he's glad he never invested in it, and now Warren Buffett is actually. I also saw that Berkshire Hathaway divested from some of their Visa and MasterCard investments. So the fact that they're getting out of Visa, MasterCard, and getting into banks involved in crypto and Bitcoin, that should be a telling sign for you right there. And, I guess Warren Buffett has a disagreement with his buddy Charles Munger. So moving on to the next thing here. Okay, so I saw this, and this should tell you everything right here. Just in, for the first time, the number of U.S. citizens holding crypto, 24%, has surpassed the number of citizens with a savings account. Guys, this is so big because people are, when I tell people about crypto, I say, when you put money in a savings account, you're actually losing money due to inflation, right? You're just storing money in a savings account. You're letting the bank use your money to make money, basically. And you are losing money due to inflation, and your money's doing nothing for you. The fact that people are starting to get it, that you can put money in crypto, like a savings account is something that you put away and you don't touch for 5, 10, 30 years down the line, right? It's like a retirement fund. It should be a savings account. So for a long-term investment, a savings account makes no sense. It's literally doing nothing for you. It's sitting in a bank, or it's not sitting in a bank. Like I said, you're giving it to a bank to make money on while you're not making any money on it. So the fact that more people are, like not not financial advice, but, putting a certain amount of their portfolio or a certain amount of their savings in crypto, because they see the technology. People are finally getting, researching and educating themselves in this space and realizing that you can put your money in some crypto for long-term investment, for retirement funds, for savings accounts, and you can make some serious money because we know where this is going. The growth of crypto has just started. So when I saw these numbers, I think they're only going to get more and more, grow even more. But 24% of people holding crypto in this country, that's grown so much. I think that was at 12% just like a year and a half ago. So the fact that that doubled in a year and a half just shows you where this space is going, right? So just wanted to show you that quick stat at the end here, just to show you that, Charles Munger, obviously 98 years old, doesn't know where this is going. Poor guy. Power to him. He's a billionaire. He made the right investments in the past, but this is the future, right? And you don't trust a 98-year-old on giving you advice into the future. But, his buddy Warren Buffett, I guess he gets it now. So I guess I'll end the video there. Just want to, remember that I will post another video about that Ripple filing that should be coming out honestly any minute now. So look forward to that. Keep an eye out. I'll probably try to make another video later on today. If there's more information to make a video, if it's just a couple things, I'll tweet it out. Just remember to follow me on Crypto Muser on and Twitter. And just remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do not take anything I say or write as financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. And please like and subscribe, hit the bell for notification, guys. And thanks. We will see you on the next one.